Opening kickoff is in the air. It's taken by one of the up men, but fumbled, so we'll wait and see. Chase Pattinson on the attempt to make the catch at 35-yard line. Looks like Interboro did fall on top of it, and they'll take over there 1st and 10. We apologize for the technical difficulties in the early going. Sometimes the early season you got to work out some of the bugs. But what I was saying is Interboro starts the season off 0-3, first time under the direction of Coach Steve Lennox. Losses to Springfield, Episcopal Academy, and then Prep Charter. But here we go, 1st and 10 with the ball at the 35-yard line. Everton, single wide receiver, far out. Menold going deep, X-fly pattern. Everton turns around, and that should be a flag, but it's not going to be called as he was pulled down on the way, but back judge obviously didn't see. Number 22 on the coverage, Denari Beard. Looks like he had an armful of Mark Everton, but Everton didn't get up and complain to the referee, so maybe the coverage was a little bit better than I thought. So 2nd down and 10. They did come out with their home run pass, which not something that they do a lot much anymore, but they used to do it quite a bit back in the heyday of Coach Lennox and Interboro football. Sean Douglas ahead, knocks a man over, running with a purpose, 7 yards. Terrence Thompson, just a freshman starting for Penn Charter, was knocked over by Sean Douglas, who gets up to the 42-yard line. Douglas looking for his first 100-yard game of the season. Does have several touchdowns under his belt, but just hasn't had those big gains. So that's what we're looking for in tonight's contest. Dan May, the fullback, he gets to start tonight. It's Douglas again, and he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, about a yard short at the 44-yard line, so we'll see what Coach wants to do. The offense does stay on the field, so we'll wait and see what Coach has cooked up.
Watch the count. He's off the ball.
And it is Douglas again, and he'll get the 1st down. Last week, Menlo back into like a pistol formation, quick kicked the ball. I didn't want to say that as usual. I'm standing next to the opposing team's coaches, so I don't want to call out the plays prior to the play being run. But in this occasion, on a 4th down and short, and not necessarily 4th down territory, they decided to go with the 4th down run play, and Sean Douglas, with his 3rd straight carry, does pick up the 1st down. This time it goes to May, who breaks through the initial line, and he'll get about 3 or 4 yards. Tackled on the play by Ken Bergman. So the 46-yard line will be the line of scrimmage. He was actually given 5 yards, so a nice job by Dan May, junior fullback, who's been impressive in the early going. And now it's Douglas again to the outside. This time he's stopped. Terrence Thompson with the hit. Thompson learned from the first carry to get lower than the running back, and you have a better chance of making a hit. So 3rd down at about 4. And they decide to go with the fullback dive. An interesting call there, and he goes nowhere. Bill Costello and Patrick McInerney made the call, or made the stop. So 4th down, and this time the punt team will come on. Ball at the 45-yard line. Ken Bergman back deep for the Quakers. He'll station himself at about the 10-yard line and wait Sean Menold's punt. Windy night here, some crosswinds could wreak havoc on the football. We'll wait and see. Menold with a low line drive punt, which was the right move. And Bergman will get out of the way, and Naeem Bey will down it at the 12-yard line. So, not the first drive that Interboro wanted, but certainly not a terrible one, and it yields a punt and puts Penn Charter back deep in their own territory. So a good start to the game all told for the Bucs, and we'll see how that Bucs defense responds to let's just say, a couple challenging weeks. They've given up quite a few points in the last couple of weeks. Coach D'Esposito is still one of the best defensive coordinators in the game. But hopefully the guys got it together this week and they're ready. 2 wide receiver set for Penn Charter. And stacked up behind the line of scrimmage is their big running back, number 33, Jake McCain. 5'11", 195 pounds. The man under center, Michael Natkowski, is the quarterback. He's a 10th grader. And Steve Royer, as usual, the man the first on the scene to make the tackle.
DB, get on the other side, DB.
It's a 3 wide receiver set for Penn Charter, just 1 running back. But this is still primarily a running team. Once again, it's McCain, but right up the middle, which has been the problem for Interboro all year long, and that's a first down. Jake McCain right up the middle as they left that middle unchecked. Spread the team wide and run up the middle. That's been sort of the MO of all the Bucs opponents all year. So first down for the Quakers. 26 is the line of scrimmage. Similar set. Pistol formation for Natkowski. They'll go to McCain, but he'll be stacked up behind the line of scrimmage, although he'll move forward for a couple. Dan May was the first on it. He'll get about 3. May drug for a couple yards, but altogether not a terrible defensive effort. Looks like a pass attempt for Natkowski. He's looking. He's going to tuck and run. Defender falls, and Natkowski first down up to the 47-yard line. And it looked like Pattinson fell on the play. It was either Pattinson or Matt DeSands that fell on the play, which allowed the sophomore quarterback the opportunity to move forward for a first down. 47-yard line will be the line of scrimmage, so a nice drive early on for the Quakers. Still yet to put the ball up in the air. 2 wide receivers on each side, 1 on each side, a man in the slot. This one's going to go to Natkowski. The left-hander looking to throw. And he's tripped up, but he still manages to get 6 or 7 yards. The first guy to hit him was Chase Pattinson. But he got him while he was moving forward, and he was able to stumble ahead to the other 47-yard line, so a nice 6-yard gain on first down. And it's obvious that this sophomore quarterback is another one that they have to look at as a potential, just as much as a runner as they do a thrower. Very mobile quarterback. Two wide receivers to the far end, 1 to the near end. McCain up the middle. May and Pattinson, as well as Okuda, with the stop at the 45-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and short. So 3rd down and 2. And the first fairly decent, big play of the game on defense. And it's going to be a screen pass to McCain, but Natkowski had to get rid of it a little quicker than he wanted to due to penetration up the middle, so it looks like it'll be a 4th down and a punting situation for the Quakers. Back deep will be Everton and Naeem Bay. It looks like Patrick McCain will handle the punting duties. Number 2, he also serves as a wide receiver that you probably saw out there. McCain lets one go. Everton catches the line drive, the fake handoff to Bay. And now they're waiting for a block. A nice block by Okuda to spring Everton forward down the sideline. Everton going to be driven out of bounds by the punter at the 43-yard line, but that is made by Okuda, and I have no idea why there's a flag down. It looked like he hit him face to face, and it didn't look like a helmet tackle. I'll be interested to see what that call is, other than just laying a good block. It certainly didn't look like a flag to me, but a lot of times anymore in the football world we live in now, any type of big hit is penalized. And the refs up here are making the coaches up here are making mention of the fact that this is the same ref that missed the PI on the first play of the game to Everton. So, yeah, they're definitely going to call this, and it's going to be, I guess, an unnecessary roughness on Okuda, half the distance to the goal line. The Bucs have their work cut out for them. I have no idea why that was a call, because Okuda's block was clean. He was looking up. He didn't go helmet to helmet at all. It seemed like a nice clean block to me. Douglas, a couple yards, up to about the 7 or 8. Runs off tackle. So 2nd down and 7 with 4.5 to go. The pace of this game, knock on wood, a heck of a lot faster than last week. Last week's game took longer than an Eagles game, I think. Lots of throws, lots of first downs, lots of clock stoppages, lots of injuries. This time it's Bay, the speedster. Bay ahead for a first down. Purposeful running by Naeem Bay. Puts his head down and runs forward towards the home sideline. Bay pretty much pressed into action. Lamar Shaw not being used right now, as well as an injury to Blake DeLessio, which we're going to talk about at some point tonight. Starting wide receiver and defensive back Blake DeLessio, injured in last year's game. He tore an ACL. He is done for the season. A fantastic kid, and a sad story because, like any other kid, you wait your whole life to start, and he starts and he's off to a nice start for the season. And then someone fell on him last week. That big kid from Penn Charter fell on him last week, and ACL tore. He had 2 opinions. He's in a brace right now, and unfortunately Blake is done for the season. I had a chance to talk to him earlier today. He's obviously disappointed, but he's here to support his teammates, and he is down on the field with the team. So we wish Blake a speedy recovery, but when that happens, there's always another opportunity for someone, and with the reshuffling of the lineup, Naeem Bay winds up in the starting lineup as a running back. Nice push forward this time. Chris Thomas, the fullback, and they're going to call that a first down. So Chris Thomas, 10th grade running back, so a little bit of a running back rotation here employed by Coach Lennox, as the starting running back was Douglas and the starting fullback was May, and then on the last couple plays they went with Naeem Bay at the tailback position and Chris Thomas the fullback. Now it's Thomas at fullback and Sean Douglas back at the tailback position, and this is going to go to Douglas, and he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Once again, Terrence Thompson. Bit of help as well from number 22, Denari Beard. Douglas has to come off for an equipment malfunction, and Bay will come back on. It'll be 2nd down and 11 with 2.5 to go in quarter number 1. No score. 24 is the line of scrimmage. This time they're going to go with the sweep to Okuda. Okuda gets to the outside. He turns it upfield. First down and then some. Okuda all the way to midfield. And if there's going to be success in the running game this year, it seems to be getting outside. The middle and off tackle really hasn't been there through the first 3 games and change for Coach Lennox's offense. But when they do get outside, and you saw that last week with Mark Everton on a couple of plays, they have had some success. And this time Mike Okuda on the jet sweep gets outside, turns it upfield all the way to midfield for a first down Bucs. Bay remains in the game at the I-back position. Mennel, the pass, steps up in the pocket. As usual, not much time, and he's sacked behind the line of scrimmage by Ken Bergman. And Sean Mennel cannot catch a break or even a couple extra seconds to throw the ball. And the frustration trickles down. You can see Mark Everton, hands on hips, as more than likely the pass was heading his way. That was probably the first read. Okuda also out deep on the wheel route. So a 5-yard loss, and it'll be 2nd down and 15. Mennel on the draw to Bay. Stacked up nicely by number 11, Rob Keefus. And Bay gets no gain on the play. So it'll be 3rd down and 15, obvious passing down for the Bucs. Douglas lined up as a wide receiver, as he often does in 3rd and long sets. Everton on the near side. They're heading towards Douglas. Douglas with the hands catch. Douglas, head down, 1st down. Great job by Sean Douglas. Gets close to the 35-yard line and will be marked out of bounds at the 37. And a nice throwing catch by Mennel to Sean Douglas. 18 on the play. Good for Sean Mennel to be able to get a completion under his belt. Sometimes those quick plays are all he really has time for. Douglas back in at the tailback position. This time it goes to Chris Thomas. He gets stuffed at the line. Number 57, Harold Anderson, on the last play of quarter number 1, makes the tackle. So there's no score after 1 quarter, a very rapidly moving quarter, 2 running teams, and anybody with plans for after the game probably very thankful for that. As always, I'm going to meet my good buddy Mike Barber after the game at one of the local establishments to go grab a bite to eat. And we'll listen to the band. If you hear the ambient noise in the background, you can hear the band and the cheerleaders, and this is what makes Friday Night Football so great. As always, it's great to be with you. I'm here, as always, for every home game. I'm Bill Soroka. My producer, James Runkle, is here, more appropriately dressed this evening. It is a lot colder than last week, probably about 20 degrees colder than it was last week. As each subsequent week, I'm sure it'll get colder and colder. This may very well be our last week in the shorts. Join us here next week against Carabel Academy, a Delaware team. Coach Lennox, who used to coach in Delaware, has a lot of contacts and is able to get a lot of games from Delaware. Also, you can follow the Bucs football team on Twitter and Instagram at Go Bucs Sports. So check that out. Follow on Instagram and Twitter at Go Bucs Sports. I have them, one of my top sites that I follow on my Twitter account and on my Instagram account is Go Bucs Sports. Athletic Director Tony Mecriello, Assistant AD Joe Barrett have absolutely transformed this athletic department. They're doing a fantastic job. Not just football, but all sports you can follow at Go Bucs Sports. Mennel to Douglas. Douglas cuts back inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. He's brought down on the play by number 12, Aaron Gardner. But when you get to that second level and force defensive backs to make a tackle, you know you've had a good play. So 3rd down and 2, maybe a long 2. 28-yard line is the line of scrimmage. I formation as usual. Thomas, the fullback. Douglas, the tailback. And it's the keeper for Mennel. You don't see that often. Mennel up the middle. Mennel's going to take it in for a touchdown. Look at Mennel getting his Jameis Winston on. With the quarterback keeper, and you don't see that very often. You don't see a lot of option run by Coach Lennox, and I think that one took the defense and Penn Charter's coaching staff completely by surprise. I know it took me by surprise. So Lennox pulls one out of his hat here, and Mennel with a 28-yard TD run. And the Bucs take a 6-0 lead. And this is their first lead since game 1 against Springfield. So Rayford in for the point after. He had a tough time last week kicking the ball over that monstrous line of Prep Charter. Sure he'll have a better opportunity this week, or maybe not. So that was kicked into the line again, and it's 6-0. So they'll work on that kicking game. Well, Mark Peltz and the band fire up my favorite song here. And 11:20 to go, quarter number 2. Bucs with a 6-0 lead, and now it's up to the defense to continue to make some good plays and get that ball back and try and build on this lead. Make sure if you're out here at South Avenue Sports Complex for one of the future games this year to pick up a souvenir program. They have nice biographical information on each of the cheerleaders, the senior cheerleaders, members of the marching band, as well as the football team. You can see pictures from baby pictures all the way up through their time playing weight ball and local band, and then senior portraits and all. You see the progression. Anybody who has kids out there knows exactly what I'm talking about. So check out the souvenir program, as well as a lot of great advertisements from all these local businesses that help sponsor Interboro football, and we really thank them for that, because without their support, bringing you such a high-quality product would be next to impossible. So thanks to all the local businesses. Onside kick picked up by number 20. And he's down the line, and he's all the way to the 15-yard line. They tried to catch Penn Charter off guard. And a fantastic solo effort by number 20 for Penn Charter, who his name's Niall Hodges. He picked it up, busted through the line, and is all the way down at the 14-yard line. And here I am full of love, thinking we might actually get the jump on somebody. And Niall Hodges, with a tremendous individual effort, blast through the line, and Penn Charter is sitting pretty with 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. So the decision not to kick it deep doesn't pay off for Interboro, and now Penn Charter with great field position. McCain, single setback, it goes to him, but great job at the interior line. Sean Douglas the tackle, as well as Chase Pattinson. So the decision to plug up that hole too paying off. A few more men in the box there. A wise decision. Coach D'Esposito pulls Douglas up, and he's there to make the stop. You see once again, 8 men in. Really try to seal off that running game, and they're going to be forced to pass, and if that's what they're forced to pass, that may be a good thing. Nakowski's pass goes into about lane 3 of the track. 3rd down and 10. So Penn Charter at risk of wasting a golden opportunity to get an equalizer here. Now, there's no doubt that unless they have a good kicking game, it's 4-down territory. But 2 nice defensive plays to start off this series of downs for the Quakers. 4 wide receiver set, and this has been the problem. Now that they spread the defense out, this could be problematic. We'll wait and see. Nakowski right up the middle.
Get it first. Close
to 1st down. He's leveled by DeSands.
4th down and 1. 4th and 1.
And it'll be 4th down and 1, but they did exactly what the scouting report said they should do, is they were able to spread the defense out wide and take him out of that 8 men in the box and run right up the middle and exploit that weakness in the middle. And it's 4th down and just about 1 yard. It says 2 on the scoreboard, but I think it's probably closer to 1. And they are going to kick. Cullen Mattis is the kicker. High snap. Kick is up, and it is good. So a field goal for Penn Charter from the 22-yard line, or for a 22-yard field goal. and it's a 6-3 ball game. But Penn Charter does take advantage of the opportunity to get points, and even though they would like to have 6, 3 is certainly better than nothing. So it's a 6-3 game with 9:41 to go. Cullen Mattis with a nice 22-yard field goal, and he had plenty of leg on that one. Good to see assistant principal Ryan Snyder here. Looks like he brought his family as well. Down in the administration corner, you see athletic director Tony Mecriello as well as assistant athletic director Joe Barrett. The administration here, seems like they're here 24/7. Always putting in hours trying to make this place better, doing a fantastic job. Joe Barrett, AKA gym teacher, not in administration, but handling an administrative role. Of course, he's a beloved gym teacher at the Norwood School, one of our K-8, one of our 1-8 buildings. No, Mattis the kickoff. Back deep is the familiar triumvirate of Douglas, Bay, and Everton, but it's going to be and that ball falls on the ground on the kick, and I don't know who picked it up. I think Interboro did get it, but at this point, they ought to be familiar with nobody wanting to kick off deep as they just popped one up. And it looked like Chris Thomas was the first guy on it, but he was unable to field the kick, and it bounced around a little bit. Interboro very lucky to pick that up at the 35, almost a carbon copy of the opening kickoff. And Interboro takes over 1st and 10 with 9:36 to go in quarter number 2. I formation set, Chase Pattinson in motion. And now the tackle's not covered, so they're gonna call an illegal formation. False start they called is what they called here. So the coach doesn't like the call, and neither does Coach Vic Buno up here in the booth. Coach is out on the field, which you don't see happen very often. So we'll see if they do whistle the penalty, and now he's going to confer with the other officials. So that it's possible that they're saying that Pattinson shifted. It wasn't a flag. And they did call it a foul, so it's a 5-yard penalty, and it's 1st down and 15. And Coach Lennox and Coach Rywood, Coach Buno up here in the booth are all equally irritated. So 30-yard line, the line of scrimmage. Thomas and Douglas, the Bucs. It goes to Pattinson from Menold. 1st down the sidelines. Pattinson still on his feet inside the 25 to the 22. And Pattinson slipped out of the offensive line. They don't throw it to him very often, and Menold threw a beautiful ball out of the I formation. Menold play action and found Pattinson down the line for a big gainer. 48 yards on the pass play. And it's 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. Interboro right back at it. I formation set as Penn Charter waits to get set. This time it's option. Menold going to keep it again. Menold. And he might have run in again. Touchdown, Sean Menold. And Steve Lennox has no problem going back to the well with a play that works. Not a play you see a lot from Coach Lennox, but it worked last time, and they ran it again, and it worked again. And when they get down there, they'll run it again until they stop it. There's Sean Menold with 49 yards rushing in the early going, and that's not something that you would probably have predicted before this game started. So 12-3. And wisely, I think they're going to go for 2 here, as they've been, the kicking game, let's just say, hasn't really been on point this year. Option pitch, and then Douglas fumbles it, and it looked like they were probably going to have Douglas throw the ball to Chase Pattinson in the back of the end zone, but Douglas looked like he was getting ready to throw it before he caught it, and it'll be a failed try, so it's 12-3 with 9:15 to go in quarter number 2. But it's a different mindset around here. The band sounds a little bit better. The cheerleaders have a little bit more jump in the step. The fans with a big, smiles on their face. The hot dogs taste a little bit better when you're in the lead. And we haven't had a lot of that this year. Once again, too, I had a chance to stop down at the snack bar, as I always do before any of these home football contests, and great participation by the Senior Class Congress under the direction of Miss Ladislaw and Mr. Peltz, 2 colleagues of mine who are in charge of the senior class, and they've done a fantastic job running the snack bar as well as all the other senior activities that it's their turn to run. And great group of kids. A lot of them are students in my advanced placement government class, and I couldn't be more happy to have these kids. So we'll see if they decide to kick it off again. For whatever reason, they thought kicking it to number 20 on the last play, Niall Hodges, was going to be a good idea, and he blasted down the line. And instead, this time they kick it a little bit deeper, and it's going to go to number 34 as he's brought down. Colin Blyler is brought down behind the 30-yard line, so not as good a field position this time. They're going to give it to him at the 30. And that's where Penn Charter will take over. Pistol set. And this time, head over heels goes number 20. That's Hodges again. So Hodges getting the carry, maybe as a reward for that great special teams play he made earlier. He's tripped up and does a front flip. Thankfully, he's okay. 38-yard line, the line of scrimmage for Penn Charter, 2nd down and short. So he replaces McCain in the backfield, at least for the time being. They'll go to him again. He gets through that initial penetration, brought down by Bay, but very close to a first down. I'm not going to give him the first down. It'll be 3rd down and about a half a yard, if that. 3rd and a foot. Wide receivers on each end. I formation set. And he goes behind his blocker, and he may not have gotten it. We'll see if a second effort is given to him. And it looks like they're going to give him the first down based on the second effort. The coaching staff not happy about that, but I think that's a tough one to tell. But they only needed a foot. It didn't even get a yard, but they got enough for a first down. So first down, Quakers at the 40. As the band will exit and prepare for their halftime presentation of Disney music, which we will see at halftime. We hope you stick with us. We'll have a full field view of the band's performance. Okay, Niall Hodges. I think Vic Buno needs a hug. He goes crazy up here in the booth. Assistant coach not too far from me. You can hear him screaming in the background. Not happy. He felt that was an illegal formation on Penn Charter, but nonetheless, refs didn't see anything, so a 7-yard carry brings up 2nd down and 3, and Penn Charter moving the ball nicely on this drive. Hodges once again slips through some tacklers, gets a yard or two. So I don't know if there's something wrong with Jake McCain or if I'm trying to look in the back and see if he's being dealt with by athletic trainers or anything, or if he's sitting on the bench or whatever. I don't see him back there, but then again, I'm on the complete opposite end of the field. So maybe they're just employing a running back by committee here, but Rogers has done a nice job, or Hodges rather has done a nice job, and he'll get the carry once again, but he'll be hit behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the interior line this time. Mennel was in on the play. Also, a little bit of help there from number 65, Jason Mixit, one of the senior co-captains. He was also in on that tackle. So Everton and Naeem Bey will be back deep at about the between the 20 and 25-yard line. And they'll wait on that punt from number 2, Patrick McCain. Not much pressure. McCain gets off a high one, but not very deep, and Interboro will be wise to get out of the way, and it takes an Interboro hop. And it's grabbed at the 35-yard line, and really on that play, I don't know that Steve Royer has any business grabbing that ball. Just let them get it. It wasn't touched by Penn Charter, so he probably should have just gotten out of the way there, but fortunately, he was able to fall on top of it and get down. Then once again, they'll start the 35-yard line, which has happened for the 3rd time tonight. So Sean Menold and the Bucs offense, which has been moving the ball nicely in this game, will begin another drive. 1st down and 10. Okuda in motion, and it'll go to Sean Douglas. About 5 yards. So 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Quarter number 2. We're moving along at quite a nice clip this evening. I formation set. Menold to Douglas. Not much this time. Great job by Penn Charter. Tackle made by number 55, Patrick McInerney. McInerney is 6'1", 230 pounds. He's one of the co-captains on the Penn Charter Quaker football team. Penn Charter coached by Tom Coyle. He's in his 2nd year at the helm of this team. He has quite a few assistant coaches, which we really had no business mentioning here. Everton in motion this time. Menold steps up in the pocket, but he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage, sacked once again, just absolutely no time. Bill Costello, good-sized sophomore, 255-pounder, brought down Menold, and it'll be 4th down in a punting situation. And again, the frustration for the passing game continues as they're just unable to really get any time for Sean Menold. Everything that they do has to be quick decisions, quick throws, because he just can't even get a second or two to let a play formulate downfield. The rare exception was that pass to Chase Pattinson. So Menold to punt. Nice punt again. Bergman will be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Matt Dwyer with the tackle. Good job by Dwyer to get downfield and make that hit on Bergman before he could break free. It's always key in special teams to make that first guy miss and try and see what can happen after that. Ball goes to Penn Charter, 1st and 10. McCain back in at the tailback position. Pistol formation, 3 wide receivers set. And they're going to throw. Screen, and McCain's got all kinds of room to block downfield and pass midfield. Nice job by number 50 for Penn Charter, Luke Stansfield, who did his job and didn't get downfield too fast and made a great block. Very well-designed screenplay that time by the Quakers. 47-yard line, the line of scrimmage.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying on the freaking screen.
4 wide receivers this time. And the passing game now in effect for Penn Charter. They get the ball outside to number 10, Evan Farrell. And he gets inside the 40 to about the 36-yard line, and 2 straight first downs on 2 straight plays for the Quakers. Nice little start to the drive put together here by Nakowski and the Penn Charter Quaker offense. McCain once again the only running back. This time Penn Charter with a tight end and 3 wide receivers. And now they're going to look outside. And this one goes to Patrick McCain, the punter and wide receiver. So 3 straight completions, 3 straight first downs. And where was this all game if you're a Penn Charter fan? Quick decisions, quick releases by Nakowski, and they're doing a nice job moving the ball downfield, really crossing up the defenses. The defense has done a good job stopping the predominantly run attack, but now they come out and start throwing the ball. And then run again to McCain up the middle. Way to mix it up. Close to 5 yards on that play. 2nd down, Penn Charter. So 2nd and 5 from the 20-yard line. So right into the red zone with 2 minutes to go in quarter number 2. McCain again, 1st down. Inside the 15, brought down by a whole slew of black shirts. But the chains move, clock stops temporarily with 1:42 to go in quarter number 2. Once the ball gets set, the referee will start the clock again, which he does right now. Penn Charter, though, at the ready. And this time Nakowski to run. He'll get inside the 10, or close to the 10-yard line. The clock will continue to run, 1:25 and counting. 12-3, the score. But Penn Charter knocking on the door. They're going to mark that ball at the 11-yard line, and they're going to go in the huddle, which I guess makes a little bit of sense. They do have all their timeouts remaining, so really, no need to hurry. 4 wide receivers set. Pressure from Okuda. Now, Nakowski does a good job getting rid of the ball, but Okuda's pressure sees to it that the screenplay to Jake McCain never materializes. So a good job on the blitz by Mike Okuda, and it'll be 3rd down and 10. Penn Charter can get a 1st down without getting a touchdown. 57.6 to go. Penn Charter right back up on the line, though. Two wide receivers to the near end, 1 to the far end. They decide to run. It's McCain. He drags Sean Douglas, but not going to be enough for a 1st down, so it'll be 4th down and about 2 yards to go. And we'll see if Penn Charter decides to call a timeout on this 4th down play. I can't imagine that they would try to kick a field goal here. The timeout is the play here. 33.8 seconds to go. So first timeout called by either team is you can see some of the local Termite players out there to provide water and sustenance for the defense, many of whom have been playing both ways as well as special teams. In a very fast-paced game, there hasn't been nearly the breaks in the action that we had in last week's contest. Quick-moving game. And it's been an entertaining game. I mean, I think football is this last week's game, there wasn't really much fun about that at all. Between all the injury timeouts and all the penalties and stuff, and you haven't seen as much of that. It's been a clean game. It's been with the exception of a couple of bad calls and 1 no call, a fairly well officiated game. And now we're 3.5 yard line. This is the line of scrimmage. Penn Charter coming out of their timeout, and they have a 4th down and just over a yard to go, a long one. And we'll wait and see what they try to do here.
On. Make sure Jameer's on.
3 wide receivers set, 2 to the far end. They spread the field. Man in motion is Patrick McCain. Rolls out, and they find McCain, and he'll get in for a touchdown.
Good job.
Nakowski with a nice job. Left-handed throw to Patrick McCain, who was the man in motion, and there wasn't anybody near him, and he walked into the end zone for a Penn Charter touchdown. Well-designed play coming out of the timeout for the Quakers, and it's 29.1 seconds. It's 12-9. Colin Mattis, 11th grade kicker, who had a 22-yard field goal earlier in the game, will be kicking one from right around the same spot for the point after. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And he's got lots of leg. He's got a 40-yard field goal leg there, no doubt about it. And with 29.1 seconds left, it's 12-10, so we got ourselves a football game. So even though Interboro is playing a much better game, they hold a 2-point lead. And Penn Charter will get the ball back at the beginning of the second half, as they kicked off in the beginning of this game. We'll see what Interboro wants to do here. I guess a lot of it will depend on the kickoff return and where it lands. If Penn Charter even decides to kick it deep, which they haven't done, but I wouldn't be surprised if Coach does try to get the ball downfield with a couple of plays. He's always got some tricks up his sleeve with plays going into the half. Everton and Bay will be back deep. And it looks like they're going to have 9 men up. I know Douglas will join his teammates back deep, so they'll go with the familiar alignment of 5-3-3. Mattis put the ball teed up at the 40, and they haven't really kicked it deep much tonight. We'll see what they decide to do on this play. And once again, it's a pop-up. Chris Thomas fumbles again, and Penn Charter falls on it. Flag is down on the play. I don't know what they're going to call, but Chris Thomas unable to come up with the ball, and Penn Charter falls on it. So, and it is Penn Charter's football. 43-yard line, so with 27.3 seconds, and I thought it was a bit premature for Penn Charter's coach to run down. I mean, because these types of things happen. We've fumbled 2 kickoffs, and luckily we being Interboro has fumbled 2 kickoffs. Luckily we recovered them, but this time kickoff fumbled, and Penn Charter with an opportunity. So here comes the coach right back up the chute here to the top of the South Avenue Sports Complex, and off and run and go Penn Charter again. Farrell looking to get out of bounds. He does, and they call it. The referee does give him the out of bounds. Tackled by DeSands and Menold. 31-yard line, and Penn Charter right back at it. And I tell you, they're probably within 10 or 11 yards of being within Colin Mattis' field goal range to give them a lead going into the half, which is mind-blowing to me. Natkowski, back to pass, good pocket, over the middle, picked off. Naeem Bay with the interception. And he was looking for a man. He tried to force it in there to his wide receiver, number 22, Denari Beard. And really the first mistake made by Natkowski is Naeem Bay picks that one off with 15.3 to go. And I don't know that they left Interboro a lot of time, but Bay with a huge play and really helped stall some of the momentum that Penn Charter had gained, because another first down there and you're within Mattis' field goal range and you give Penn Charter a chance to potentially take the lead going into the half. Menold takes a knee. That'll be it for the first half. Please stick with us for the marching band performance. We'll have full field view for you. I'll be up here watching the game, and I'll be back with you in the third quarter. Thanks a lot for watching. All right, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that halftime performance by the Interboro Bucs Marching Band. Another great job of doing their Bucs Band Does Disney performance. I definitely want to bring my little girl out to see that. She's a huge fan of Disney and the princesses and all, especially that Frozen number that they do. She would be up singing and dancing during that the whole time. So hats off to the Bucs Band for another fine performance. Mark Peltz, Dan Friel. Your leadership is always a real asset to this community. Bucs football team up 12-10 as we start the second half. Bill Soroka with you. Producer James Runkle. We got Pat DiCostanzo down in the truck. Bringing you the second half from high atop the South Avenue Sports Complex. And they'll kick off. Raver to kick off. Or rather, Everton to kick off at the 40-yard line. Penn Charter with one man back deep. The only man back deep is Drew Gallant, but they haven't kicked it to him all game, so obviously they've seen something on film that they don't want to kick it deep, and just as I say that, they do. It's grabbed by one of the up men, Bergman. He's looking for a hole. He doesn't find one, and it'll be up near the 35-yard line. That's where Penn Charter's going to take over. So Penn Charter with a nice job of moving the ball on a couple different drives, and really at the end of the half, they started to flex their offensive muscles. Sophomore quarterback Mike Natkowski, 6 foot tall, 170 pounds, left-hander, done a solid job of managing the offense. Really only made that one mistake at the end of the half where he threw the ball into traffic and Naeem Bey intercepted it. But off and running in the second half. It's going to go to Niall Hodges for a first down, 13 yards. Frank McGlinchey was the man in motion there, number 26, and then they just went right up the gut, which has been, as we've mentioned a few times, a problem for the Bucs defense all year long. So 47-yard line, 1st and 10 for Penn Charter, and they get up on the ball, and now they decide to huddle, and now they decide to get back on the ball. So employing a little bit of a hurry-up offense here. 3 wide receivers off the line. McGlinchey once again, the man in motion. And this time, and that's what I was saying when they had 3 guys off the line, I think that you're going to get called for an illegal formation there. So there'll be a no play. None of the wide receivers were up on the line of scrimmage. So they're going to decline the procedure. There was also a hold on the play, so in running the play, they actually got a 10-yard penalty instead of a 5-yard penalty, so that'll knock the ball back to the, and it's a spot foul, so it'll be back at the 35-yard line. It'll be 36-yard line, so it'll be first down and 21 yards to go for Penn Charter. So a costly penalty. And sometimes these penalties, as you know from watching football, can be real drive stallers or drive enders. After moving the ball nicely. 3 wide receivers all on our end of the screen. And it looks like they're going to try to run a screen play, but Nakowski going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Sack on the play. Steve Royer, Sean Douglas with the sack. They'll probably give it to Royer. Jason Mixon also in there as well. So it'll be second down and a long way to go at the 32-yard line. This time the wide receivers line up on the far end of the screen. Hodge is the only running back. Royer applies pressure. This time the throw is going to fall incomplete. It was intended this time for number 9, Jameer Brown. Throw hurried a little bit. He really had time to set and throw, but he did not do that, did Nakowski. So it'll be third down and really long. Third and 24 with 10:40 to go in quarter number 3. Bucs would love to have a stop here in the early going. Be able to get back on and try and make this a 2-score football game again. Five wide this time. Nakowski. Incomplete. And they weren't going to get much with that anyway. Once again intended for Jameer Brown, but it was only about a 4-yard pattern. And he was covered nicely. Okuda and May were over there and would have been able to make the stop had Jameer Brown come up with that ball, but he did not. It'll be fourth down, and we'll have Naeem Bey and Mark Everton back deep to receive the punt by Patrick McCain. McCain all over the field. He plays wide receiver, defensive back. He's listed as a backup quarterback. He also handles the punting duties, and that's a bomb. Everton fields it on the run, and they'll fake the handoff, and Everton going backwards. He's just going the wrong way, and he's going to be lassoed at the 10-yard line, and that's going to be about a -20 on the punt return, and that just couldn't have gone any worse, really. As Everton and Bay nearly bumped into each other on the fake handoff as Everton was heading towards the home bench, as they often do on special teams, and he's brought down. So 10-yard line will be where Sean Menold and the Bucs offense will get started on their initial drive of quarter number 3. So again, you can follow all the action during the game and during the week at Go Bucs Sports on Twitter and Instagram. Mr. Barrett, Mr. Meck will be updating that account on a regular basis. Go Bucs Sports. Oh, Douglas up the middle, or Thomas rather up the middle for 5 yards. It'll be second down and 5. Looks like the defense jumped offside, so that should give Interboro a first down. It's basically the whole team. And the ref will give first down yardage to the Interboro offense rather. And 20-yard line will be the line of scrimmage. Sean Menold receives the play from coach, relays that to his teammates, and we'll see what they have in store for us. I formation set. Thomas the fullback, Sean Douglas the tailback, and it'll go to him.
Tommy, you're right, by the way.
Sean another 5 yards. And Steve Lennox has no problem turning around and handing the ball to his I-back and getting 5 yards of play. He'll take this all game long. Now he'll trot off the field. Will Douglas and Naeem Bey will come in to replace him. So both teams using a running back rotation. Okuda lines up at the wide receiver spot near us. Bey
Stay outside, Jelani.
running the wrong way, and he'll be brought down behind the line of scrimmage at the 20-yard line. So it'll be third down and long. Good job by the line of Penn Charter to get in the backfield. Bill Costello, number 54, on the tackle. So Bale tried off. It's going to be 3rd and 8. They ended up marking him at the 22-yard line, so he'll take a -3 on that carry. Douglas this time does not line up as a wide receiver. He'll line up in the I formation. 2 wide receivers to the far end. Menold rolls out. This time he has time, throwing deep. Okuda looking for separation and is really unable to get the separation on that play as he was covered step for step down the field. That looked like number 22, Denari Beard, on the coverage, and it looked like he had good coverage that time. No fouls or anything. So the 2 teams trade punts in the early going here in quarter number 3 as we have 4 minutes gone. And Menold will punt into a very difficult crosswind that we're feeling every second of the game here at high atop the South Avenue Sports Complex. May not be nearly as bad at field level, as we're probably about, I don't know, 30, 40 feet up in the air. Menold, another line drive punt. Bergman fumbles it, and Interboro falls on top of it, and this is a huge play for the Bucs. Bergman never had it, and Matt Dwyer down the field to pick up the fumble, and Interboro will have a 1st down at the 47-yard line. So a mistake by Bergman, who was unable to corral that line drive punt by Menold, and the offense will be right back on the field. So life given to Interboro here. Up 2 points, looking to make this a 2-score contest. Menold to pass. Looks at the screen and there's nobody there. And the coaches want an intentional grounding play, but Chase Pattinson was in the vicinity, and Menold wasn't under enough pressure that could be considered an intentional grounding play. He wasn't, I mean, they were trying to collapse the pocket, was Penn Charter's defense, but by no means was he under duress that he had to throw the ball away. So it was just a play where he thought Chase Pattinson was going to be in a different spot that he was. But by no means should they have called intentional grounding there, and they did not, so good no call by the officials. Menold to pass again. He pump fakes, he looks for Douglas, and nearly a mistake there as the coverage on the play by number 12, Aaron Gardner. And that nearly went right into his breadbasket, and that could have been 6 the other way. So you don't see Coach throw 2 times in a row, and they're probably going to have to throw 3 times in a row here. It's just 3rd down and 10. 2 consecutive incomplete passes. 4 wide receivers. Sean Douglas, the only running back. Menold looking for the screen to Douglas. Douglas, ankle tackle on the play by Denari Beard, and Douglas goes right past midfield to about the 49-yard line, and it'll be 4th down, and it looks like the Bucs are going to punt, which I think is the correct play with the lead and the defense playing a fairly good game tonight. So a short drive. Ken Bergman's fumble proves to be no harm. He's back deep again, looking to rectify his previous mistake. He's stationed at the 12-yard line. And Menold, this time the punt is tipped. It does take an Interboro roll, and it'll be down at the 18-yard line. Matt Okuda with the, he downed the ball, and Penn Charter will take over from there. So the fumble proves to be really only hurts in the field position, but not on the scoreboard, and that's where it matters the most. So Penn Charter takes over right there at the 18-yard line. Hodges remains the running back. McGlinchey in motion, it goes to Hodges. He gets back inside, The ball to about the 21-yard line. The tackle made by Sean Douglas. So the 21 is the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and a long 6, maybe 7.
Mike X is good. Right. The high with Jelani going wide is good.
Hodges once again going to be very close to first down yardage. I don't believe he'll get it on that carry as he gets up to the 27-yard line. But he'll be stopped just short of the first down. It'll be third down and 1. Two wide receivers to the far end. This time the I formation on the third and short. Hodges up the middle. That will be a first down. So they bring McGlinchey in at the fullback position to serve as the lead blocker, and Hodges right ahead. And he gets to the 30-yard line. Stopped by Royer, but the first down for the Quakers. And anytime Penn Charter can keep that Bucs offense off the field, you can consider that a win. They're still down 2, though, and they go back to the I formation. 8 men in the box. Nikowski to pass. He throws it downfield, launches one, and he overshoots Denari Beard. Mark Everton was back deep playing safety, and really he had a better opportunity to catch that ball on a ball that was underthrown. It was on a line, but it was underthrown. And Everton had a better shot at that than did Denari Beard. So they throw on first down out of the I formation. It'll be second down and 10 for the Quakers. And this time they go with the familiar single setback formation. Nikowski in the, not quite the shotgun, we'll call it the pistol. They go to Hodges. Hodges little dancing, and he's able to get another first down. Good job spinning and getting away from that initial pressure. He's brought down by Everton, but when the guy on the third level makes a tackle, you know it's not going to be good for your defense, so it'll be first down from the 43-yard line. Good job by Hodges to spin out of the initial pressure. So they throw on first down. It's incomplete. It's second down and 10, and then Hodges right up the gut for 13. This time Nikowski under center. 3 wide receivers. McGlinchey once again goes in motion. He'll stay at the fullback position, and they'll hand to Hodges. Not much. A yard or 2 maybe. So the 44 will be the line of scrimmage, and the Interboro Bucs defense want to tighten up and try and get that ball back as we approach the 4-minute mark here in quarter number 3. 2 receivers to the far end, 1 to the near end. Jake McGee in at tailback. I'm sorry, Jake McCain back in at tailback. McCain, who did a nice job in the early going, has been spelled and pretty much replaced by Hodges as the running back, but he did a nice job on the initial drive of the game. He'll get ahead for about 3 yards, maybe 4. It'll be third down and 5. Ball spotted at the 48-yard line. And third down, and they're looking over the middle, and it's a catch and a first down to the 38-yard line, number 10. That's Evan Farrell. He's had a couple catches in this game, and this one keeps the drive going for the Quakers. First down for them. As you can see, the wind now picking up at field level as some of the signs from our sponsors are starting to blow in the wind. But a nice drive being put together by the Quakers. First and 10 with McCain again in the running back position. McClinsky goes in motion. McCain will be stacked up at the line by the entire line. Royer, Chase Pattinson. Douglas also in on the tackle. He'll get nothing, so 2nd down and 10 on the play. 2.5 to go, quarter number 3. Both teams have had 2 series of downs. Interboro's were back-to-back due to the fumble punt, but they were unable to muster any offense. And now Penn Charter putting a nice drive together. Nakowski looking for a man. He's got McCain. He beats his man, and he's in for a touchdown. And a well-thrown ball by the sophomore quarterback. He finds McCain, Pat McCain, for his 2nd touchdown of the game, and Penn Charter is going to take their first lead. A well-executed play and a great throw by the quarterback. He put that ball right in the arms of Patrick McCain, and it's 16-12 in favor of Penn Charter. And Matt DeSands got to the party a little bit late there, and McCain was able to get past him for the touchdown. Sands, nonetheless, has played a nice game and has had a nice season back deep at the defensive back position. He made a real nice tackle last game, saved the touchdown last game. So he's a sophomore, and he'll certainly learn from some of the mistakes he makes. 2-point conversion attempt. Nakowski throws back of the end zone, incomplete. So it'll remain a 4-point lead, but nonetheless, Penn Charter takes their first lead of the game, and the 0-3 Bucs, who had a comfortable lead of 12-3 earlier in the game, now find themselves behind. 2 unanswered touchdowns for the Quakers. And I can understand why they went for 2 there. You get that 2-point try, and it's a 6-point lead. Interboro has been unable to get a conversion, so the kicking game just hasn't really been there this year. So it would almost force Interboro to go for 2, and obviously the percentages going for 2 are not the same. So the worst possible scenario, and I'm just trying to get into the mind of head coach Tom Coyle, is that if Interboro is able to score, it's just a tie game. But with the failed attempt by Penn Charter, now an Interboro touchdown will put them ahead. Plenty of time left in this contest. 2:10 to go in quarter number 3. We still have the entire 4th quarter to play. Number 89, the kicker, Cullen Mattis, who has quite a leg. Tees it up at the 40-yard line, back deep. This time we just have, and this time the ball blew off the tee, so the ref actually blew it dead before Mattis's kick counted. Naeem Bey and Everton are back deep. Douglas this time moves up to that 2nd level, and the thinking, I guess, is that if the ball was popped up, Douglas will field that, as they've had nothing but trouble on kickoffs this year.
All right. If you're going all right, you're thinking.
But everybody back deep is what you would consider a skill position player. It's made up of tight ends, running backs, and wide receivers. Bey at the 24 gets past the first guy. Bey up the middle. He puts the ball on the ground, and I think he recovered his own fumble at the 43. That ball was knocked loose by Terrence Thompson. But Bey was able to recover his own fumble, and they'll have good field position at the 43 with just over 2 to go in quarter number 3. Now it's time for the offense to start stringing together some first downs, hopefully, and get the ball back in the end zone. Menold, I formation behind him, he gives it to Douglas. Douglas to the 46 or 47-yard line. Tackle made on that play by Harold Anderson. So 6 yards to first down.
You want to show Mike?
Same I formation. Thomas has remained in the game at fullback, so we haven't seen a lot of Dan May. This time it's Mennel to pitch on the option play. Douglas tries to cut back inside, but he only gets another yard or two. So another key third down. Dwyer checks in to join the offensive line up there with Jeremiah Della Priscoli, Christian Brady, Nick Valerio, Terrell Davis. So an extra offensive lineman on this third down and 5, Okuda. Okuda looks to get to the outside. He will get a first down on the sweep. He gets out of bounds. Eventually forced out by Aaron Gardner, number 12, but not before Okuda gets the first down. So the line of scrimmage will be the 40-yard line. And Interboro with a very important first down. 45.5 seconds to go, quarter number 3. Once again, a game that's moving much more rapidly than what we saw last week. Douglas, nothing. Stop made by Frank McGlinchey. Should have time for one more play unless this is an incomplete pass here in quarter number 3. As we're under 15 seconds now. Mennel will throw. It's a backwards pass to Douglas. Douglas gets nothing though, and it'll be third down and 10, and that'll be the first play of quarter number 4. So everybody throw 4 fingers in the air. It's fourth quarter time here at the South Avenue Sports Complex. Bucs are down 16-12, still looking for that initial first win. And not a position we thought we'd see ourselves in here in mid-September. The Bucs are still looking for win number 1, and they're dangerously close to knocking themselves out of the playoff race. And I know that they're talking playoffs when you haven't had a win yet is tough, but here in 3A, a 500 record or close to a 500 record will get you into the playoffs. And as we've seen in years past, anything can happen. Even if the Bucs sneak in as an 8 seed or a 7 seed, I mean, it may be difficult having to go up to like Pottsgrove or something, but you get into the playoffs, anything can happen. So it'll be third down and 10 at the 40-yard line where we resume play in quarter number 4. Bucs offense trots out there, as does Penn Charter's defense, so we'll be back to live action in just a second. And I really like to see him get the lead for no other reason than I like to hear the band play a little Get the Beat Down, as I haven't heard that all year. Well, back to action here in quarter number 4. Mennel in the shotgun. Little bit of time. Overthrows his man. Bergman batted that one away, but to be honest with you, it was a high pass, and Chase Pattinson really never had a shot on that slant pattern. So it falls incomplete, so it'll be fourth down and 10 from the 40, and we'll wait and see what they decide to do. It looks like they're going to punt. So Bergman back deep to punt. And Mennel kicks it, going for the corner there, and does a nice job kicking it into the corner at about the 11-yard line. And that's where Penn Charter takes over. But Penn Charter with an opportunity here really to, if they can score a touchdown and make it a 2-score game, it's going to be really tough for a Bucs offense. It's been pretty stagnant since the early going. So you would anticipate that Penn Charter will try to run and kill as much clock as they can. Fourth quarter just underway, just 11 seconds gone, but a touchdown drive here by the Quakers. Once again, you see McCain singled up on the outside. Jake McCain going to lose a yard. Brought down by Dan May. A second down and 11 for the Quakers. Once again, inside handoff, not going to yield much as the Bucs defense has been equal to the challenge on these last two plays. May was in on that one again. Also cued Chase Pattinson in. So, third down and about 12 as both of the carries on first and second down have yielded a 1 yard loss. And only a minute off the clock, so we'll wait and see what Penn Charter has in store. They're going to want to throw the ball deep in their own territory, or are they going to be content to run the ball again? Looks like it's going to be a throw. They try and get it out to McCain on the wide receiver screen. And McCain first down and then some, and he's got plenty of running room, and McCain is off to the races. And really, unless that angle can be cut down by DeSantis, McCain is going to go a long way down to the 15-yard line. And Bucs defense can't catch a break. Simple wide receiver screen. And DeSantis able to cut off the angle and save a touchdown, but not before a long play. 77 yards. And that's certainly not what the Bucs wanted. I mean, you're looking at having them buried deep and forcing a punt and getting good field position. Now Penn Charter's knocking on the door again with 10-10 to go. McCain, Jake McCain this time, he gets about 8. Brought down by his ankles. Jason mixed it with the tackle, but not before a long gain. And it looks as if the defense is going to want to call timeout here. Really, it's important that this red zone defense steps up. Ball on the 7-yard line. And they had, going back to that 3rd and 12 play, McCain singled up on the outside, and honestly, they were able to use that fly pattern effectively in the third quarter as they got a touchdown pass to Patrick McCain, but they didn't opt for that. They instead brought him back inside for the wide receiver screen. It was set up nicely, and McCain, with a little bit of speed, was able to run past the Bucs defense, broke a few tackles, was able to get some blockers, and he really was off to the races. And if it wasn't for Matt DeSantis cutting off the angle, it would have already been a 2-score game. That said, great field position at the 6-yard line or 7-yard line for Penn Charter as they have a chance to bang another one into the end zone with 10 minutes exactly on the clock. And I never thought I'd see a day where we might be saying that Interboro football has a chance to fall to 0-4. Up the middle, Niles Hodges untouched. Touchdown Penn Charter. And they've reeled off thus far 19 unanswered points, 3 straight touchdowns for the Quakers. And everything I said about the band sounding better and the cheerleaders being a little more pep in their step, well, maybe that's still true, but the hot dogs don't taste as good anymore, and certainly the fans who were jumping for joy earlier in the game are now dead silent here in the stands as they can't believe what's hit them. And the kick is good all the way over the lacrosse net that's stationed there and back. And Penn Charter done a heck of a job 20 unanswered points, and with 9:56 to go in quarter number 4, they have an 11-point lead. And Interboro's 2 scores behind, and they really haven't shown their propensity to move the ball into touchdown since early in the game. Mennel, 2 touchdown runs on his own. They haven't been able to get the ground game going with Douglas or Bay. The passing game they've really only enjoyed tepid success with that. I mean, if there's a time where the offense kicks it into high gear, Steve Lennox goes deep into that playbook, trying to find something creative. You know, Okuta's been able to move the ball on a couple jet sweeps, but they've only ran that like 2 times. So the biggest plays on offense, I would say, have really been with Mike Okuta on the sweep. Once again, only 2 men back. It's Everton and Bay back deep. They're stationed at the 20 and 15 respectively. Douglas has moved up to that second tier. He'll be there to field any pop-up kicks by Mattis, who has it teed up again at the 40-yard line. Penn Charter with an 11-point lead, and this one's going to go towards Douglas, who catches at the 25-yard line. Douglas looking for a little bit of running room, doesn't find it, and they'll be once again at the 34-yard line, which Penn Charter seems quite content to just let the Bucs start there, as this is now the 4th time that they've started right around the same spot. So Mennel receives the play from Coach Lennox, and we'll wait and see what they have in store for us. 1st and 10 from the 35, 9:48 to go, quarter number 4. And I'm really in a state of disbelief, as is a lot of the fan base here at the South Avenue Sports Complex. You know, these 2 prep teams, Prep Charter, Penn Charter, have really been, wins you could count on the schedule. Mennel going deep for Everton, and nice job by Denari Beard, who had Everton fronted and was able to bat it down. Good coverage by Beard, as they look to throw the bomb on 1st down. But Beard was step for step with him and did a real nice job getting in front of him without making too much body contact, and batted it down with his right hand. And Beard has done a nice job. Mark Everton is a good, solid wide receiver. And other than the probable pass interference on the first play of the game, and they're going to Everton again, he turns around, and Beard this time lets Everton run past him. And Terrence Thompson grabs Everton at the 38-yard line, but not before a Bucs 1st down. So this time they went with the comeback pass to Everton. And really one of the best offensive plays in quite a while for Interboro. Tight I formation. They're going to go with Okuta on the jet sweep. Nice block out wide by Mixit, but I think this one might be called back for a hold. I don't believe the hold was on Mixit, but we'll wait and see. It may be a little bit more downfield. So it is a hold, as I feared, and that 8-yard gain will be brought back. I can tell you what the hold was on. It is going to be called on Mixit, because that's exactly where he was standing. Referees certainly had a better view of the play than I did. They were a lot closer than me, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that it was a legitimate hold. But it'll be 1st and 17 from the 45-yard line. So as has been the case all year, they take a step forward, they take 2 steps back. Mennel looking for Everton. He makes the catch, and once again is able to get past Beard down to the close to 1st down yardage near the 28-yard line. It looks like they will give him enough for the 1st down. And the ref will, without a measurement, call it a 1st down, and they'll move the chains with 9:04 to go. So 17-yard hookup, Sean Mennel to Mark Everton. So a little bit of success with the short passing game. This time Douglas up the middle, and you haven't seen a lot of this. That was close to being a horse collar tackle by Bergman, but they don't call it. He did grab him by the jersey, but I guess they said he didn't get him inside that collar, so 8-yard gain for Douglas, and really that's one of the biggest gains of the game up the middle for the Bucs offense. Bucs moving a little faster than normal. Mennel rolls out, option pitch to Douglas. He'll get a first down to the 15-yard line. Douglas tackle made by Rob Keefus, but a first down for the Bucs. So they are moving the ball better on this drive, but they need a touchdown, a stop, and another touchdown. So this is not, by any stretch of the imagination, going to be over and done with, even if they punch the ball in. Douglas does move forward inside the 10-yard line, close to the 5. So Penn Charter now needs to tighten up on defense, as they really didn't want to give Interboro the opportunity to score fast. 8-yard line, the line of scrimmage. Maybe Penn Charter getting a little bit tired. Mennel looking for Everton. He does make the catch, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. So a great job by Mark Everton to corral that pass and then sneak inside the pylon for a touchdown. And a good job by him, and it looks like he's going to attempt the extra point this time. I don't see young Rayford out there, so it looks like they're going to allow Everton to try to kick. So they'll just go for the regular point after try. So Mark Everton on the touchdown pass from Sean Mennel. Look to make this a 4-point game once again. 7.5 to go. Snap and hold are good. Everton's kick is up and good. So Everton does it all. And a big drive for him, as he was able to corral 3 passes as well as the touchdown. And they went to him a lot more, which should make him happy. And now it's up to the special teams and the defense to try to get that ball back in short order and give the offense an opportunity to get back down the field. So that 2-score lead for Penn Charter was short-lived. And with 7:31 to go, they'll have the ball. They'll get a chance to get the ball back. We assume we'll see where Everton's kickoff goes. Back deep for them will be Drew Gallant. But not too many kicks have gone back deep. Penn Charter really has everything in tight, as I guess they're anticipating the squib kick. I don't know that it'll be a straight onside kick with 7.5 minutes to go, but they do have, I guess it would amount to like a hands defense out there on special teams, and we'll wait and see if they go with the regular fake run up, try and get them to jump off sides. And they do just go ahead with the kick, and it's going to go all the way back to number 7, Gallant. That hasn't happened much. Okuda able to get him out of bounds at the 30-yard line. He got a little help on the play from Mike Chamberlain, number 14. Eddie Barrar got that one wrong. As he said, Blake DeLessio made the stop, but Blake DeLessio's on the sidelines with a torn ACL, so that definitely wasn't Blake. That was Mike Chamberlain, who's a young junior and so one heck of a hockey player as well. Mike Chamberlain, darn good kid, had a chance to have him in class last year, and he's a good student and a really nice kid. And special teams tackle to his credit. Penn Charter back with the ball, 7:26 to go. Looking to kill as much clock as possible. That said, they go with the screen pass, Niall Hodges. And Hodges still on the field, and they do call a flag. Hodges still on his feet. Okuda finally gets him down at the 33-yard line, but I think this play is going to come back, as there's a flag down at the 37-yard line. But once again, the inability to tackle really reared its ugly head.
That's not what the offensive hurt.
They are going to call an illegal block, and it will bring this play back. But nonetheless, I mean, you see there, Interboro, or Penn Charter rather, is using the screen game as their de facto running game. So it'll be first down and 13. A 3 wide receiver set. Once again, McGlinchey in motion, and they'll hand it to Hodges. Hodges going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage by Mike Okuda. So the 25-yard line will be the line of scrimmage, and it'll be second down and 15. So Bucs really with an opportunity here to try to make it happen on the defensive end. And Penn Charter in no hurry, and it makes perfect sense that they're in no hurry, as they're going to try and kill as much clock as possible. They'll wait as long as they can. You'll see that back judge put a hand up, which means 5 seconds until delay a game. He's just done that, so. And there's going to be a delay a game. Unless they called a timeout, which they did. So 25-yard line will be the line of scrimmage. Exactly 6 minutes to go. Penn Charter holds a 4-point lead and the ball. There's second down and 15. And really 2 plays here that are going to be extremely pivotal for the Bucs defense, as they need to get that ball back. Every single first down that Penn Charter achieves is really another minute or 2 off the clock. Interboro has 2 timeouts remaining, as does Penn Charter. Penn Charter's timeouts mean a lot less at this point than do Interboro's timeouts, as coach is only able to stop the clock 2 more times. So every first down, like we said, that the Penn Charter gets is going to be another couple of minutes that Penn Charter can get off the clock, as the Interboro band plays a little jam on it. Three wide, 2 on the far end, 1 on the near end. Netkowski's done a nice job managing the game at the quarterback position. Hands off. Niall Hodges, 3 or 4. That's not going to help him much. It'll be third down and about 12, and now Interboro wisely stops the clock. That's a great timeout call by Coach Lennox. And now an important play for Coach D'Esposito's defense, as they really, really need this stop. Now, we've seen it before, the hookup from Netkowski to Patrick McCain. Once on the fly pattern, once on the wide receiver screen. So third and long doesn't necessarily mean that Interboro's defense is out of the woods, but a stop here will go a long way towards helping Interboro maybe come back in this game. Down 2 scores late, now down just 4 points. 5:51. This is definitely the biggest play of the game to date. Interboro looking for their first win of the year. They dropped a tough one to Springfield at Springfield. Then they dropped to a real tough Episcopal Academy team out of Episcopal Academy. Home opener last week, and Penn Charter, who's gotten a lot better as well. And they really handled Interboro from start to finish. Big third down play. Netkowski, Chase Pattinson with the pressure, and he gets a big sack. Ball loose. Interboro falls on top of it. We'll wait on the signal. And they're going to call a 4th down. I guess they said that he was down by contact on the sack by Chase Pattinson, but that was really, really big. So Patrick McCain will punt 5:23 and counting. And Everton will be the only man back deep as Naeem Bey creeps up to safeguard against any type of malfeasance. Another good punt. Everton's going to let it bounce, and we'll be down at the 30-yard line, and I don't know why he didn't try to make a run on that and make the catch. Maybe he was instructed by his coaching staff, just let it bounce. But 5 minutes to go and 70 yards to go for the Bucs offense. And they were able to put together really one of their best drives of the season on the last offensive series, as they opened up the playbook and threw the ball to Everton quite a bit. And we'll see if it's more of the same. So Menold looking for Everton, and that's going to be a defensive hold by Denari Beers. He had an armful of Mark Everton. He did make the play, but that's going to be a defensive hold. They might just call it pass interference, but nonetheless it'll be a penalty on Penn Charter. So that's going to be a face mask, they call. And that'll move the ball up 15 yards. So they'll march that ball from the 30. Now, I didn't see a face mask, but I certainly did see Beard grab hold of Mark Everton, so I guess they call it a face mask as opposed to any type of pass interference or defensive holding, but it'll be a first down for Interboro, so 15 yards on that play, 4:54 to go. They're not much closer to maybe regaining the lead. Thomas the fullback, Sean Douglas the tailback. They're going to run the reverse to Everton. Everton able to get past, and now he turns the ball off field. Everton, first down and then some. Everton still on his feet. Everton's going to take this one in for a touchdown. And Everton, after being potentially tackled behind the line of scrimmage, runs this in for a 55-yard touchdown run on a reverse. And you have to hand it to Everton. I mean, he wants the ball almost every play, and he's really done his play this evening has really showed the coaching staff that maybe he should get the ball more often. Mark Everton making things happen on the reverse. 55 yards, and Interboro regains the lead, 25-23. But plenty of time left on the clock for Penn Charter. 4:37 to go. Everton will have it teed up. He'll be the kicker on this play once again. So Menold to hold. Everton to kick. Low snap this time, and they're unable to get the kickoff, so it's 2-point lead, and that is particularly telling here because you've seen the leg of Cullen Mattis, the kicker, number 89 for Penn Charter. He really has quite a leg, and a field goal could win this game if you're Penn Charter. So Penn Charter's offense, who has shown the ability to move the ball, has 4:37 to try to get back in this game. But hey, man, hats off to Interboro. 2 unanswered touchdowns after giving up 3 touchdowns in a row to Penn Charter. And they've shown a little bit of heart here. And really, that 2-touchdown lead, or 2-score lead that Penn Charter had, they made quick work of that. And Mark Everton, man of the match here in the second half. Quick 2-play drive there. And they went to Everton both times. One time he drew a penalty, and one time he on the reverse. They had a shot at him way back at the 35-yard line, but he was able to outrun the Penn Charter defense. He turned the ball upfield, broke a few tackles, and took it in for a long run. So great job by Mark. now he'll kick off, so the Mark Everton show continues in the second half. And he'll kick it up high. It'll be caught at the 20-yard line. Jake McCain shouldered down at the 37, and a little bit of extracurricular activity. No flags thus far. Vic Buno beside himself. He wants a late hit flag on Penn Charter, but I don't really know who they could pinpoint there, as both sides were a little rough and tumble after that play. So Penn Charter with decent field position at the 37. Plenty of time. There's 4:30 to go if you're a Penn Charter fan. Interboro needs to tighten up again on defense, as they've done a nice job the last couple of downs. Niall Hodges, not much. Sean Douglas and Mike Okuda on the tackle. Only a yard. Kowski, the quarterback. Niall Hodges, the running back. Now they're going to throw. He pump fakes. He fires. He had an open man. It was Beard, but he underthrew him. And I'll tell you what, a catch by Beard there goes into the end zone for a touchdown, as he was in between Naeem Bey and Sean Mennel, who was back deep in coverage. But third down and long for the Penn Charter Quakers. And this is an important play, because I don't know that we're entirely in 4-down territory, as they have 2 timeouts, and they might be able to punt the ball away and hope for some better field position. But this is a big play. Crowd up on their feet, those who remain here at the South Avenue Sports Complex. Third and long. Nat Kowski out of the shotgun. Got a good pocket. He launches it up, is looking for McCain, and it's in and out of his hands. He did have a step on Matt DeSands, but unable to corral that ball. And it'll be 4th down for Penn Charter. And Natkowski does not look like he's coming off the field. So, and you see Patrick McCain, who has served as the punter, is going to line up as a wide receiver. So we'll wait and see. Naeem Bey, the safety, the single safety, and he'll give help. Nakowski tucks, runs. Not going to be a first down. The spot is a yard short, so Interboro will take over at the 46-yard line. Penn Charter not liking the spot. Or did they give him they're moving the chain as if it was a first down, but I don't think it was.
First down!
And the chain gang moved it as if it was a first down, but I don't think it was. I don't think he got it. The ball was initially spotted at the 37, 38-yard line, and the ball got only to about the 46. They're going to bring the chains out for a measurement, but I don't think he got it. And if he didn't get it, Interboro will take over 1st and 10 with real good field position and an opportunity to waste the game away. I don't think it's even close, if you want to know the truth. And Interboro reacts as if they got the ball back, and they do. So good job by the Bucs defense. Now, Kowski did have a little bit of a lean, but it was closed up. And I don't know if he didn't know where the first down line was, or if he just couldn't make it to it. But whatever the case, Interboro will take over with the ball and the lead with 3:36 to go. So no doubt back to the ground game. At least you would think. Sean Mennel looking for his first win as a starter. Long overdue. Sean, a good quarterback and an even better kid. Certainly deserving of coming out on top. Bucs looking for their first win. 3:36 to go. Ball in the lead. And there's still a little bit of discussion here as the Penn Charter coach not liking the way that last play was handled. And there's no doubt that the referees could have handled that better. The chain gang moved the chain without being told to by the referee, which is really not what they're supposed to do. They moved the chain prematurely, but there's no doubt that the quarterback for Penn Charter did not achieve the 10 yards necessary for a first down. Okuda goes in motion. Handoff goes to Douglas. He gets a yard or two, but really the down and the distance doesn't matter. Penn Charter going to call timeout here, as they're really putting all their eggs in one basket, hoping that Interboro cannot get a first down. So Coach Lennox out on the field. He'll talk to the offense. See members of Academy Park's team here. And there's a showdown with the Knights in a couple of weeks. Defending district champion Academy Park Knights. They're down a little bit this year, but you know Coach Wojcicki's going to be ready. One thing Academy Park always has is speed. That's one thing that's given Interboro a lot of trouble this year is speed. So that showdown will be right here in a few weeks. Timeout over and Coach walking off the field. His familiar towel over his left shoulder like always. You can set your watch by most of what Coach Lennox does. They jump off sides and they do call it a penalty. So I don't know that they encroached upon the line, but I guess the referee said that they did. And that'll be 5-yard penalty, and that'll help out quite a bit. So really that timeout wasted now by Penn Charter as it's 2nd down and 4. And that'll maybe change the face of the play call by Coach Lennox. Change the strategy a little bit as they go from 2nd and long to 2nd and very manageable. Douglas the tailback, Thomas the fullback. He's been there most of the game. It goes to Douglas. And Douglas will not get a first down. He'll be a yard short. Flag on the play, and we'll wait and see what that is. That could be a face mask, and if it is, it'll be a first down. It is a personal foul face mask. So 15 yards and a first down for Interboro, and that, well, to say the least, will help. Real gutsy effort by the Bucs. Down 2 scores, and for a team that has not had much luck in the first 3 games, they really could have folded up their tents and said, we're going to be 0-4, and they didn't do that. So hats off to the coaching staff as well as the team itself for really rallying behind their senior leadership. Sean Mennel, Mark Everton, Jason Mixit, Mike Okuda, and the rest of the team really rallied, and they have a lead and the ball. First down, 3 minutes and change to go. And really hang on to the ball, and that's really all they have to do. Sean Douglas up the middle. Sean Douglas running like a man possessed inside the 5-yard line to the 4. One of Sean Douglas's best runs of the year. And Interboro knocking on the door for another score. And that would certainly do it. A touchdown here, even without the extra point, we're making an 8-point game. The extra point, we're making a 9-point game, and that would all but do it with 2:45 to go. So similar alignment. Everton the wide out. Mennel taking his time. Showing veteran leadership there. He'll wait. Hand off to Douglas. Douglas will walk into the end zone untouched. And a Bucs touchdown will make it a 31-23 game pending the Mark Everton extra point, and really this extra point will probably seal it with 2:21 to go. So Penn Charter with a good chance to win this game, giving it away. That's got to feel good if you're an Interboro fan, especially if you're an Interboro football player. They've had really a tough start to the year, and a loss tonight would have all but ended their playoff chances, you would think, with some tough games coming up. And now, I don't know who moved there on the play. You know, Interboro thinks Penn Charter moved first. Penn Charter thinks Interboro moved first. They're going to call that encroachment on Penn Charter, and now they'll go for 2. I don't even know if that's the right call there. I think you still kick the ball. You got a better chance, you know, to make it a 9-point game and really, in effect, end this game. But they're going to throw the tee off, so they are going to go for 2. Douglas the tailback, Thomas the fullback. Everton lined up on his own. Sean Douglas goes in untouched pretty much, and that will be a 2-point conversion, and it'll be 33-23, so a 10-point lead for Penn Charter, for Interboro over Penn Charter, with just over 2:20 to go, 2:21 to go in quarter number 4. Athletic Director Tony Meck and Assistant Athletic Director Joe Barrett still down there on the field. You gotta love that. These guys just do not stop working. Coach Buno and Mayer seem to think this one's in check. They'll go down to the sidelines, maybe enjoy the rest of this one on the field, and actually one of Penn Charter's coaches leaves this as well. Help maintain the structural integrity of the booth up here high atop the South Avenue Sports Complex. A couple less people make me feel a little bit safer 40 feet up in the air. Everton to kick off from the 40-yard line. Back deep is Gallant. And a high booming kickoff. That's fielded by Drew Gallant. Gallant bounces off a tackle, looks to turn the corner, but Acuda does a nice job driving him out of bounds. Once again, that was Matt DeSands with the tackle this time. Came in and finished off with Acuda start. I've been impressed with Mike Acuda today. Good job on both sides of the ball. Had some nice runs on offense. Has also made some key tackles, driving people out of bounds on special teams and on defense. So good job. Really taking advantage of a little bit of extra playing time made possible by the injury to Blake DeLessio. So with 2:13 to go, really, Penn Charter needs a miracle. Quick pass to number 10, Evan Farrell. First down. Chains move. And now the Bucs band does engage in a little Get the Beat Down, one of my favorite songs of all time. And the cheerleaders, they'll begin to dance in earnest. Matkowski looks, tucks, doesn't run. Past midfield, goes to Farrell again. First down, so clock will stop temporarily inside of 2 minutes. And we're getting the beat down here at the South Avenue Sports Complex. Kids having a good time, singing and dancing. Kowski rolls out, looking for a man. Got him. Close to first down yardage again is number 9. That's Jameer Brown. I think he'll be stopped just shy of the first down, so the clock runs with 1.5 minutes, and that's key because that first down stops the clock just long enough for Penn Charter to get set and run another play. They only have 1 timeout left. Now Kowski, low snap, has a pocket, first down. That's McCain at the 33-yard line. So that'll stop the clock with 1:15 to go. And they're moving the ball nicely now, hurry-up offense style. Nice short passing game. But sometimes you wonder why they don't just do this more often. Another nice pass, and then Chase Pattinson knocks it out of the hands, and Interboro will take over on a great play by Chase Pattinson, and that'll end this one for the Bucs. Penn Charter was moving the ball nicely. They had just a little bit of a glimmer of hope, and Pattinson knocked the ball out of the hand. No replay here, so that was called a fumble on the field. And really, Interboro could just get in victory formation and down the ball. Only 1 timeout for Penn Charter, which they may or may not take. 10-point lead, 1:06 to go. And it looks like for the first time all year, we're going to leave an Interboro football game in a good mood. It is, in fact, victory formation. Momentum will down it. Does not look like Penn Charter is going to stop the clock, so I think just maybe one more downing of the ball, and Interboro will have their first win of the year. They'll move to 1-3. Caravel Academy comes in here next week. Then the week after, they'll go to Penwood on the road. That'll be a Saturday morning contest. And I'm not sure if they'll have to down it again. It looks like they might have to down it one more time. And they will not, so hats off to the Bucs for that first win of the year. Congratulations to Coach Lennox, as well as the seniors on this team, as well as the entire football team and all the fans out here. Thanks for coming out to the South Avenue Sports Complex, and as always, thanks for sticking with us here on the Interboro Television Network. For my producer, James Runkle, as well as Pat DiCostanzo down in the truck, I'm Bill Soroka. Bucs 33, Quakers 23. We'll see you next week right back here against Caravel Academy. So long, folks.